Additional Maths, a Linear Equations exercise. Now the following is an exercise of linear equations. You should pause the video at this point, have a go at the questions yourself, and when you've tried them, restart the video and I'll go through the answers.
Now let's go through the answers. In question A, you're given 3x plus 5 equals x plus 11. The first thing to do is to get rid of all the numbers on the left-hand side and get rid of the x terms on the right-hand side. So if we subtract 5 from both sides, we'll have 3x equals x plus 6. Now if we subtract x from both sides, we'll have 2x equals 6, and if we divide by 2, we have x equals 3. So that's our solution, x equals 3. In question B, we have 2x minus 7 equals 28 minus 3x. Now to get rid of the x term on the right-hand side, we can add 3x to both sides. That gives us 5x minus 7 equals 28. If we add 7 to both sides, that leaves 5x equals 35, and we can divide by 5. That gives x equals 7, which is our solution. In question C, we have 3x minus 9 equals 5x minus 1. Now we can eliminate the minus 9 on the left-hand side by adding 9 to both sides. And that gives us 3x equals 5x plus 8. If we subtract 5x from both sides, we get minus 2x equals 8. And if we divide by minus 2, we get x equals 8 divided by minus 2, which is minus 4. So our solution is x equals minus 4. In question D, we have 4 into x plus 3 equals 18. Now the first thing to do is get rid of the brackets. So if we multiply out, that gives 4x plus 12 equals 18. If we subtract 12 from both sides, that gives 4x equals 6. And if we divide by 4, we get 4x over 4 equals 6 over 4. In other words, x is equal to 1.5, and that's our solution. In question E, we have 2 into x minus 5 equals 7x minus 40. Well, the first thing to do is expand the brackets. Multiplying by 2 gives 2x minus 10 equals 7x minus 40. Now if we add 40 to both sides, that gives 2x plus 30 equals 7x. And if we subtract 2x from each side, we have 30 equals 5x. Now at any stage we can swap the sides, so that would give us 5x equals 30, and if we divide by 5, that gives x equals 6, and that's our answer. Again, in question F, we have a brackets. So we have 4x minus 3 into 2 minus x equals 4x plus 9. So the first step is to expand the brackets. And we have 4x minus 6 plus 3x equals 4x plus 9. Now we can simplify that a bit. Adding the 4x and the 3x gives us 7x minus 6 equals 4x plus 9. Now if we subtract 4x from both sides, that gives us 3x minus 6 equals 9. It eliminates the 4x on the right-hand side. And if we add 6 to both sides, we end up with 3x equals 15. So if we divide by 3, we get x equals 5, and that's our solution. X equals 5. In question G, we have x over 3 plus 2 equals 7. Now that's got a fraction in it. So we want to eliminate the fractions to make it a bit simpler by multiplying by 3. So we have 3x over 3 plus 3 times 2 equals 3 times 7. Each of the terms must be multiplied by 3. Now that simplifies to x plus 6 equals 21, so if we subtract 6 from both sides, that leaves x equals 15, and that's our solution. In question H, we have x minus 3 all over 5 plus 7 equals 2 minus 2x. Now the first thing is there's some fractions there, and we need to get rid of those. So multiply all the way through by 5. So all the terms are multiplied by 5, so that gives 5 into x minus 3 over 5 plus 5 times 7 equals 5 times 2 minus 5 times 2x. That simplifies. The 5's cancel, so we have x minus 3 plus 35 equals 10 minus 10x. And we can simplify again to get x plus 32 equals 10 minus 10x. Now if we add 10x to both sides, that'll give us 11x plus 32 equals 10. And if we subtract 32 from each side, we'll have 11x equals minus 22. So if we divide by 11, we have x is minus 2, and that's our solution. In question I, we have a third x plus 3 is equal to a quarter x. Now to get rid of the fractions, we need to be able to cancel by 3 and by 4. So we'll need to multiply by 12 because 3 and 4 go into 12. So we multiply all the terms and have 12 times a third x plus 12 times 3 equals 12 times a quarter x. Now the 12 times a third x is 4x, and we have plus 36 equals, and 12 times a quarter x is 3x. So 4x plus 36 equals 3x. Now if we subtract 3x from both sides, we'll have x plus 36 equals 0. And if we subtract 36 from both sides, we'll have x equals minus 36. And that's our solution. Now in question J, we have 3 over 2 times x plus 1/3 into x plus 9 equals 14. Now the first thing to do is get rid of the fractions. We need a number that both 2 and 3 will cancel with, and that will be 6. So if we multiply all the way through by 6, we'll have 6 times 3 over 2x plus 6 times 1/3 into x plus 9 equals 6 times 14. And we can simplify that. 6 times 3 over 2 is 9, so we have 9x plus, and 6 times a third is 2 into x plus 9, and 6 times 14 is 84, so that is 9x plus 2 into x plus 9 equals 84, and if we expand the brackets, that gives 9x plus 2x plus 18 equals 84. Now if we simplify, that gives 11x plus 18 equals 84. If we subtract 18 from both sides, we have 11x equals 66, and we can divide by 11 to get x equals 6. So our answer is x equals 6. In question K, we have 3 into x minus 2 all over 5 plus 5 minus x all over 4 equals x plus 2. And we want to get rid of the fractions, so we need a number that 5 and 4 will cancel with. So we multiply by 20. So we have 20 times each of the terms. 20 times 3 into x minus 2 over 5 plus 20 times 5 minus x over 4 equals 20 times x plus 2. Now the 5 and the 20 cancel to give 4, and in the second term 20 and 4 cancels to give 5, and so we have 4 times 3 into x minus 2 plus 5 into 5 minus x equals 20 into x plus 2. In other words, if we expand that out, 12x minus 24 plus 25 minus 5x equals 20x plus 40. Now if we add up like terms, we simplify. 12x minus 5x is 7x, minus 24 plus 25 is plus 1. So on the left-hand side we have 7x plus 1, and on the right-hand side 20x plus 40. Now if we subtract 1, we get 7x equals 20x plus 39. If we subtract 20x, we get minus 13x equals 39. And if we divide by minus 13, that on the left-hand side will give x, and on the right-hand side, 39 divided by minus 13 is minus 3, so our answer is x equals minus 3. And finally, in question L, we have fractions x over 3 minus x over 5 equals a half. Now we want a number that 3 and 5 and 2 can go into, so that would be 30. So we multiply all the way through by 30. Now that gives 30x over 3 minus 30x over 5 equals 30 over 2. And we can cancel that down. The 30 and the 3 cancels to 10, the 30 and the 5 cancels to 6, and the 30 and the 2 cancels to 15. So we have 10x minus 6x equals 15. Now we can simplify that. 10x minus 6x is 4x, so that's equal to 15. If we divide by 4, x is equal to 15 over 4. In other words, x is equal to 3 3/4.